Well, good morning, everybody, and we'd just like to say thank you very much for joining us today for today's webinar. Thanks also to Adam and to Richard from Metaphorix for being involved in the organisation of this one. Introduction time. I'm Craig. Most of you I know, some of you I don't. What we're going to be showing today is what we think is going to be very much the future of the way that Microsoft are moving. So effectively we're going to be showing you Office 365, but NAV running inside of Office 365, in particular from Outlook. So there's a lot of great new functionality that has come up on the back of this. When we did our customer day back in September, we did a short piece on this particular functionality. It was one of the most talked about things during the day. So we thought it would be a good way of kicking off our webinar sessions that we're going to be doing over the next couple of months with just showing and sharing this great new functionality. We are waiting at the moment, just in terms of the next webinar that and or customer get together that we're going to do for the new version of NAV to be released. Now officially that version of NAV is being released at the beginning of December. We still don't have definitive confirmation of exactly when that date is going to be. So watch the space for details. As soon as we have that and are able to put together a presentation, then we will be doing either a customer facing kind of short briefing session, or alternatively another webinar which will focus on not only NAV 2018 but also on Power BI as well. At this stage, I'd like to introduce everyone to Richard Vernon. Richard is our pre-sales manager, and Richard is going to do the demonstration for us this morning. Straight after the demonstration there will be time for a short question and answer session. We anticipate that we will be finished before 10:30. So once again, thank you very much for joining us today. It is very, very appreciated. So Richard, I'm going to hand over to you.
Hi, thanks Craig. Hi, I hope you can all see my screen, which isn't showing much at the moment, just the desktop. But just to introduce what the whole point of this is. I mean, typically the way that people access NAV is through the Windows client, which is your typical client that you install on clients, on machines. You run it perhaps from the office, or you might have to VPN into the office in order to run it when you're outside of the office. And it's all good, but it's a little bit inconvenient. So if you're racing around the place and you're wanting to check stuff quickly, if you're about to go into a meeting and you want to check on something with a client, or you're about to go away and you want to approve something before you go away, but you don't, you get home and you think, oh no, I've now got to turn my laptop on, I've got to dial into the office, I've got to load the client to go and do my approval. It's all a bit of a headache. So the idea of this kind of a new set of ways of accessing NAV from Microsoft is all about getting to this stuff quickly and easily. So one method, for example, if I just load up this screen, is through what we call the web client. So you access the web client and it gives you more or less everything that you can do in the Windows client, but through the web. So you can see I've logged in here, I've got a typical NAV role center, I've got some things that I can go and do. I can go and look at a list of suppliers, for example, and it loads up. I've got this nice little view actually where, can you see the little icons that appear? That's just in the web client, where probably not so interesting for a list of suppliers, but you can imagine a list of items, for example, where you can actually visually see the image of the item when it's loading in the page. Makes it look quite nice, looks a bit like a kind of a store website or something like that. But what you can do is from any browser. So this is any browser that you have. That can be running on Apple, on Android, on Windows, on a tablet, on anything. You can access all of this via the URLs that you can install and save, and you can basically run the entire product from anywhere and get into the system. So that is really a nice way of accessing some of the features. Now, we're talking about Office 365 and logging into that. I don't know if people are aware of Office 365. It's getting more and more common now when we go to people that they're running this. And it's kind of like a web version of all your kind of main things that you do in work. So if I go and open this other web page here, I've got a version here. You can see under Office 365, I've got quite a lot going on. I've got sort of my CRM system, I've got my Office apps, I've got various different pieces like my SharePoint folders, and stuff like that all running from in here. The idea of this is it's a bit of a one-stop shop. So you log into your Office 365 environment and you kind of get everything that you want to running within there. If I go up, you can see here, I've got some individual items. I've got my role center. I've got, in this case, a project card from 4PS, or creating a purchase order in 4PS as well, or just straight in NAV. Now, the idea of those items is that it allows you to run directly individual functions within NAV without having to actually even know or care that you're running NAV. So if you log into Office 365 and one of your jobs is to put on purchase orders, for example, you can run through this, click on the create purchase order in here, and it will fire up the purchase order screen in the web client. So effectively it loads it up, and you're back in here, and it would load your purchase order screen up, and away you go. Now, as a user, you don't really care that it's now. You just want to put your purchase order on, or you want to do your approvals, or you want to do any of the other tasks that you might do within the ERP system. You just want to log in once, so you've got one login to remember, and then go do all the different functions that you do. And those functions might spill into different apps within Office 365, so we'll come on to that shortly with Outlook. But you can run different functions all from within the same login without really remembering lots of different business systems, if you like, or having to learn different systems in order to do the jobs that you need to do. Now, this is the view through what we call the web client. So if you're logging in through the web, you would get these views here, and away you go. We've got some different alternative versions to that. One of them here is called the tablet client, and you can see the difference here is that on the tablet client, it all looks a bit chunkier. So you've got these nice big screens on the left-hand side with your stacks on. So they're sort of emphasised, if you like, because of the you probably haven't got a separate keyboard or mouse, so it's good for clicking on things with your fingers and getting into stuff. But again, more or less every function that you would have within your normal NAV client is available through here. You can open up, in fact, if I click on this icon here, you can see that it opens up the entire rest of the product for you to go and see, and you can click on it and get into the other bits and pieces and you're away. So it's really nice. You can search for items as well in the same way that you can with a normal client. So up right here, you can go and search for customers, and it'll bring up the customer list, for example, and away you go. It's all really designed to work nice on a tablet. And just to emphasise again, that's any type of tablet. So that's your Apple. You can run through there. You've got apps you can install for Apple and for Android as well as Windows. So you can run this through any device agnostic. You can run it from anything, and that's really nice because there's a whole range in any business. There's a whole range of different operating systems and tablets and phones and PCs that people have, and being able to get into the same level of functionality from any of them is really important. Now, the other kind of way we've got is called the mobile client, and what I'm going to do here is squeeze the screen up, and you can see that running on a mobile, you've got even more compressed version that you've got in there. So when I log in, again, I've got my full menu. So I've got the full menu of things that I can go and do in there. If I want to go and get into different bits and pieces, I can go and see my suppliers. You can see it's much more mobile friendly. So even more emphasis on things that you can click with your fingers, get around things nice and easily. I can go in here, I can go and see my timesheets, for example, popping up, click on the timesheets, and it's all running really nicely within that space, because using the normal web client within a mobile phone would be okay for certain functions, but would just drive you insane after a while because of the amount of detail that the normal nav screens are trying to put up onto the screen. So you can see there we've got 3 different types of access to the system on top of the normal client that you can still install onto the desktop. Now, they were saying Microsoft are going down this route more and more, And we think they are. We think that the web client, the web access to the whole system is going to be where they're going to focus on things going forward in the future. But, in the past, these versions were kind of clunkier. Now they are more or less as good as running things with a Windows client. So they'd really emphasise that if you can get onto the versions that can run this, then it's really worth doing. Okay, now that's running normal nav. Now there's another element to this, which is all around how handy things are to do within a business. So, for example, if you're running Outlook, so if I run Outlook down here, you can see I've got a whole load of stuff going on. I've got emails kicking in, kicking out. I click on Andrew Cowan over here. I've got an email from Andrew. At this point in time, I might think, oh, Andrew's one of my customers. I want to see what the situation is with him in terms of orders, in terms of quotes, what's going on with Andrew as a customer. And I've got an email from him. That email might well be, can you review the quote you sent me? What you can do now, and this is really bringing things together, when you see when my mouse is going to the top right of the screen, I've got a thing called Contact Insights. If I click on that, what it's now doing is opening a window into NAV from inside Outlook. So I can see down here that I've got a number of ongoing sales orders, sales invoices, posted sales shipments, for example, all happening within Outlook. Got to move the GoToMeeting thing out of the way. And you can go in here and you can start reviewing the account. And there's a little icon somewhere that should just open it up for me bigger. If I go and click on that open ongoing sales orders, for example, you can see it then takes me into those orders. And what it's really doing, it's running a part of that client that we've seen before, but from directly within Outlook. And it's made the link between Andrew Cowan's email address and the contact I've got set up within NAV for Andrew Cowan, and the customer gets a link to that particular contact, and then it's able to do the link towards all the orders. If I'm chatting away to Andrew now on emails, he's put something through saying, yes, place an order for me. I can actually go in and literally place the order directly from this screen as well. And go in here and I can, there's a series of actions in here. I can go and add different bits to it at the same time. So it's a really nice way of putting everything together so that it's all happening kind of in one space. Now, one other thing that we wanted to show in here was a way of accessing reporting style information. So this is all kind of accessing NAV directly. Now, down here, I've got a thing called Power BI. Now, Power BI, again, this can be run from Office 365. So within the Office 365 environment, if I just go back there, you've got a Power BI icon in here, which could link you directly to a series of reports that are hanging off the back of NAV. So if I go over here to back to Power BI, I've got what's known as a CBR report. So in the construction arena, this is all around how my contracts doing against budget and against my forecasts. Now, the typical report for this in NAV is really detailed. It's like a massive Excel spreadsheet with thousands of rows on it and lots of tabs, and that's actually quite hard to ascertain what's going on with individuals. So in here, I've got an individual, an employee called Richard Vernon at the top here. I've got the different projects that Richard Vernon is working on. And what you can do is you can click on the different projects. It will change the view automatically for you based on that kind of that project that I've just clicked on. So it enables me to say, right, overall, okay, he's working on a massive margin here of 42%. God knows what he's doing. If you go to this particular project, you can see it's dropped right down. So you can start seeing the sort of shape of what's happening with that particular project manager without having to go through reams and reams and reams of reports. Of course, the detail is there if you want it. I've gone across here to the cost objects, and it's showing me a breakdown of that particular project, of labour in that case, but I can again click on it and say show me materials, and away it goes. And it's showing me information in a much more kind of sort of snazzy way. It's, you click on things, you start investigating things in your mind, and you start clicking through to see where things are going on. And another example of that is over here with this dashboard, where you can now include a degree of mapping. So in here I've got where's all my plant in the system. So you've got all my different types of plant down here. If I know my plant type codes on the right hand side, I can click on that and say, right, where's that particular item of plant? And you can see that when I click on it, it changes the view instantly. So I can see I've got a couple of items of plant down in Birmingham, a couple over in Ellesmere Port, got one up in Leeds, and it's a really nice way. This was designed for one of our customers who wanted to know where all the plant were. We were always getting queries about what plants going to be available. We didn't really have a great kind of idea of where individual places were in relation to each other. So being able to see that same information in a much more visual way has really enabled them to sort of look at it and say, right, well, that's where our plant is, that's where it's sitting on the, there's a little bit of a lag with the map at the moment, but yeah, you can see exactly where things are happening, and it's much more kind of visual. Another example of that is a list of qualifications. So if you've got employees set up within NAV with qualifications that may have expired, you can see here by bugging them all up in red, you can see straight away where those are. And this Power BI is a really easy tool to use. So you know, if you can stick a couple of graphs together in Excel, then you're not a million miles off being able to create these kind of things in Power BI. So it's really something that we could encourage with people. And it all lives in Office 365. So you've got everything kind of happening in the same space. So you can imagine as a senior manager, you might log into Office 365. You might see these high-level reports. You might say, right, I want to go investigate that further. You might have another link that takes you directly back into NAV, that shows you exactly where those things are in NAV at the same time. So it's a really nice way of putting everything together without really having to train people in lots of different technologies, which is the main idea of it all. It's supposed to be completely intuitive. Whether it is completely intuitive remains to be seen, but it's certainly a lot more intuitive than having to learn an ERP system, learn a reporting package, you know, learn how it all fits together and do things completely separately. And there's some stat that came out from, Craig might be able to correct me on this, from Microsoft or something like that, that suggested that the amount of time people spend switching between applications is ridiculous during the day. You know, 25-30% of the time is spent.
I can give you a little bit of information on that. It's based on research that Microsoft did about 18 months ago that said that it's 40% of somebody's daily tasks involve switching between applications, and that was where this entire idea was driven from. Just to clarify something that Richard said, Power BI, which is a visual analytics tool, if you have a look at the Forrester Wave research that's just come out, Power BI now occupies a leader's space in their quadrant, along with Click and Tableau. So they're the big three at the moment when it comes to visual analytics. The big plus point is if you have Office 365 at a business edition level, you have Power BI licensed. So you get that as part of your Office 365 implementation.
Okay, Craig, so how did you want to take questions? Did you want to do that through the text, or?
Well, I've put a note up on chat that if anyone's got any questions, just tap them in. We'll get them coming up, and then we'll take them one at a time. If there are any questions, please let me know. Alternatively, unmute yourself and bellow away. Anybody got any questions? If you do have any questions over the next couple of days, please drop me an email. That'd probably be the best bet, and I'll get that answered for you. However, looks like there's none at the moment. Hope everybody enjoyed that. So please watch out for the next one, which will be on 2018, and we'll also do a little bit more of a deep dive into Power BI as well as part of that session. But thanks very much for attending today. And as I said, any questions, just email them through to me, and we're more than happy to take any questions as they come through. So many thanks. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully we'll speak again soon. Many thanks all, and thanks Richard, and thanks Adam.
Cheers.